everyone, it's Colleen again with Artwork by Colleen, and I thought today we would do a kaleidoscope cane. However, it didn't come out so good. So I wanted to show you some of the canes that I used to put it together. They were largely bullseye canes, and I modified them a little bit. I attempted a paradoxical cane, which was pretty much an epic fail, but I went ahead and used it anyway, as you can see here. So one of the issues that you don't want to do with canes is combine having a softer clay with a firmer clay, such as like Sculpey Primo, because in the end, it's not going to reduce properly. Lesson learned. Also, I've always thought that in making a kaleidoscope, I didn't really have a pattern in mind ever, and I just started building it, reduced it, and it usually came out pretty good. Well, this is a lesson to show you that sometimes that doesn't actually happen, because this cane, in my opinion, was an epic fail. About the only thing that I liked about this cane was the fact that I liked some of the colors that I used. But here you can see I'm just building it. It has no particular pattern at all, which I would not recommend in hindsight. But I thought that it's important to show y'all things that don't work out as well as you would expect them to, just to show you that, A, I make mistakes all the time. So here I am, and I'm going to start reducing it. As one of the ways to reduce it, I squeeze it from the middle, which you generally would do. And then I flatten it out with my piece of plexiglass so that it doesn't completely distort. I wanted to make it into a triangle so that I could then put it together for the kaleidoscope effect. However, that being said, the triangle didn't come out so great. And now you can see the two triangles, the different shapes that it's made. The problem is that it doesn't turn into anything that looks like anything. So I decided to go ahead and show y'all what it would look like. And I covered the triangles, and I'm just going to start covering this small glass, which I'm going to use as a candle holder. As I mentioned previously, not to mix a soft clay and a firmer clay. So if you take a closer look at the cane, you'll notice that the majority of the color is that turquoise blue, and that's because that was a Primo clay. Most of the rest of those pieces were a softer clay, so they didn't hold their design very well at all, and what you get is a lot of turquoise looking things that don't turn into making anything. It was really disappointing after spending the time putting this all together to have it look like basically nothing. If you're just going for super abstract, colorful pieces, then yeah, this looked okay. But if you're going for something that tries to turn into some sort of a pattern, this definitely was not it. I'm going to try another kaleidoscope soon, and hopefully I'm going to have a little bit of a design in mind. Just a quick note here, once you have all the pieces on, you're going to want to use your roller to smooth everything out and get rid of all the lines. And then you can see here I'm trimming off the top of it. If you'll notice, I trim it at an angle. It just gives it a smooth finished look, and I'm going to ultimately do the same thing to the bottom edge as well. In the end, I hope you've learned some good tips of do's and don'ts. Thanks for watching, and finally, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so.